Hi guys, I'm Zeineb Turkey and I'm here to tell you about the latest updates about Autoscan AI. So Autoscan AI is an explainable AI system for brain MRI analysis. The goal is to help analyze brain MRIs in a way that is accurate, interpretable, and medically responsible without inventing new information for not supported by the data. Autoscan AI basically takes a brain MRI image as an input and runs it through a complete analysis pipeline where the system will give four categories. It will do classification, segmentation, and recognition. And with those, it will either give one of the three brain tumors or no tumor with confidence scores, probability distribution, entropy, loss, everything. And this is based on convolutional neural networks trained on labeled MRI datasets. It's very well suited for extracting spatial and texture patterns from medical images and for explainability, as this is a medical application, so predictions aren't really enough. It's easy to do a system where you can give a picture and it will be this is a glioma, this is non-pituitary, this is something, but without explanations it's kind of worthless because the trust is not there. So we want something honest, trustworthy. For this, I integrated the GradCam to explain the model's decision. So when a model makes a decision on which class it is, it will actually focus on a part of the whole MRI. And to know which part is focused on, we use GradCam, which gives a heat map showing the regions of the MRI contributed most to this prediction. And this allows us to verify that the model is actually doing plausible work and the regions and everything instead of some noise in the background. And why I'm exploring 3D visualization is because doctors and radiologists reason spatially, not just 2D. So I wanted to explore 3D visualization to know whether it's possible to visualize it and visualize tumor predictions in 3D to give better anatomical context. So the first attempt that I did was it involved stacking and extruding a single 2D MRI slice into a 3D volume. This technically gave me the output as 3D structure, but it wasn't really something helpful. It was more anatomically incorrect. It was basically it brought the 2D MRI slice. It detected the edges, the contrast, the difference in intensity, frequency, and stuff like that. And those lines, detected, it brought them to be in a some wall kind of shape. So it really detected some stuff, but it just brought them more out to make a 3D. Not the goal really, because I wanted a 3D brain with a tumor and everything, but it was a good first step. And this made me know that a single MRI slice doesn't have enough information to reconstruct patient-specific 3D anatomy. So this was a point for me to make an important decision about designing. Instead of trying to fake a patient-specific 3D, I separated anatomy from inference. What this means is, and also this helps me to remain scientifically honest, but let me go into what it means, this separation. So the system now uses a reference 3D brain atlas for anatomy. This atlas is a real standard brain template used in neuroscience research, which provides correct brain shape, gyri, sulci, and on top of this reference, I project a tumor volume that is inferred from the model's attention, not directly reconstructed from the MRI, which means that the prediction is done by the MRI, but from the GradCam and the other tools of training and stuff like that, and it takes the inferred from what the model's attention, we bring that and we project it on the template ready brain stuff. So the tumor volume is generated from the GradCam mask rather than intensity, raw intensity pixel. The 2D attention mask is converted into a smooth 3D probability blob using Gaussian smoothing. And this produces a solid rounded tumor volume rather than a blocky or like a hollow shape. And to avoid any visual exaggeration, because I don't want a 3D like brain having some sort of not real tumor that will like have a volume like so much larger or so much like smaller than the real thing. So for this, the tumor like volume is automatically constrained to a realistic percentage of the brain volume to ensure that it remains proportional and biologically plausible. And for visualization, I use like some professional 3D rendering techniques. So the brain is rendered to semi-transparently, while the tumor is rendered as a solid object. What this means is that the brain is actually like, you can see it, you can like rotate through it and everything, and it's semi-transparent, but then you can see like the block of like green or red something. The solid tumor is like somewhere there. And it makes it like easier to understand the tumor's spatial context while like not obscuring the whole anatomy. And it's important to be very clear and like honest about what this system does and not. This is not a specific, like a patient-specific 3D reconstruction. It's more of a reference anatomical visualization combined with the inferred tumor location clearly labeled as such. It's not a 3D reconstruction of the patient again. And because the system operates from a single 2D MRI slice, the exact tumor volume and depth are still approximations for now. It is really like about information and data limitation, not coding. And like also in the next phase of this project, my focus is on improving the reliability of the 3D tumor representation. So what this means is I want to do more like refining how the tumor is actually perceived, the volume, the transparency, the validation, all of this with like some research and stuff, and improving like the smoothness and the shape consistency. Also, in parallel, I plan to extend explainability using LLMs. I will have to use the server for this, which this is why I couldn't do it the past few weeks. And it's to convert the GradCam results and the model predictions into like some really thorough explanation, because what I have now is like auto-generated and it's very limited. So yeah, and also with access to real 3D MRI volumes, the system can be extended to true volumetric segmentation using 3D neural networks. And the current architecture that I have now is designed to fully support that transition without redesigning the pipeline, which is really good. And yeah, to summarize, Autoscan AI combines now tumor classification, visual explainability, medically responsible 3D reference visualization, all while respecting the myths of data, not faking anything, and being honest. And yeah, if you're interested in this type of thing, please stay tuned for more. And that's it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your holidays and bye.